Today's episode of the Fit Show Posedown is brought to you by Bodybuilding.com, Viotech Nutritionals, Flexolate Muscle Development System, and Gaspari Nutrition.
Welcome to the Fit Show Posedown. I'm your host, Greg Hellberg. We've got another great show for you and a killer lineup with Milo Sarchev, Gunter Schlerkamp, Pete Ciccone, and Ronnie Rockel. So let's get started with your training tip with Mr. Hardcore himself, Milo Sarchev.
You've seen it so far. Amin Schultz and Dennis James did this shoulder workout with me. They're already gone. I have some more to do. You can follow me here. During the taping, as pros don't really like to talk. In the middle of a set. We did this triple set. If you remember, there was the side laterals, front and rear. Now, here is one tip maybe I can tell you. That when you do the side laterals, absolutely drive elbows up. So drive the elbow out and you're gonna hit the side delt. Then front deltoid work with the front raises, but also if you bring arm in. So what we do is we bring it forward and in, forward and in. And finally, rear delts, as you know, is in bent position, and you want to go as wide as you can. You can do very heavy weights, use the momentum, strength, power, and just go for reps. Or we can use only muscle contraction and use lighter weight and accomplish almost the same. So this way, if I really isolate, I would just do pretty much squeezes. Anyway, this is Milos, Coliseum Gym, Fit Show Hardcore. See you next time.
Awesome, Milos. You're the man. Now, with Christmas right around the corner, you might want to get your shopping done just a little bit early. So make sure to pick up the Fit Show Season 4 or Sean Ray's Fitness After 40. You can get both of these at thefitshow.tv. Now, they make great stocking stuffers. Okay, enough holiday spirit. It's making me hungry for pie. So let's go find out what's hot at bodybuilding.com. The sport of bodybuilding will never be the same again. Bodybuilding.com's signing with AMI to be the presenting and online sponsor for the Mr. Olympia weekend will ensure the best coverage of the entire event and establish themselves in bodybuilding history. Bodybuilding.com will be providing the first ever free live webcast of the Mr. Olympia produced by the Chapman Media Group. Jay defending his title? You won't want to miss this. But that's not all. Bodybuilding.com has developed an entire series dedicated to the pros preparing for the 2007 Mr. Olympia.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, bodybuilding fans of all ages, welcome to Olympia, the series. I'm Bob Ciccarello for bodybuilding.com. We chartered a plane and we're going to be traveling all over. Getting.
Is that all you do is talk? We got to go. We got ATC jumping on me.
Man,
5 minutes. Right?
I was just in my intro here. We're going to get their training, interviews, testimonials from their friends, everything right here on bodybuilding.com. Come on with me.
don't forget about the supplement awards that will be announced at the Olympia Expo. Every vote counts, and remember, you're voting every time you place an order. I can't wait for this year's Mr. Olympia. If you can't make it to Vegas in person, you can see it live and for free on bodybuilding.com. That's right, the crew at the Chapman Media Group will be webcasting it all. We've got a great athlete profile with one of your favorite athletes in mind, Gunther Schlierkamp. Now, Gunther and Kim were kind enough to let our cameras into their home for this interview, and we just want to say thanks. And to let you know, if you ever need somebody to house sit, I'm your guy.
Hi, I'm Gunther Schlierkamp, and this is my athlete profile. My greatest achievement in my personal life, I think it was coming over to America, surviving, living pretty much with nothing on the floor in a factory building. Everybody told me I will be back in Germany in 3 months because there's no way that I will survive this. And that was disappointing for me. From that point on, I didn't call as much because, you see, I believe you shouldn't focus on anything negative in life. And that's what my family focused on. They saw only what you have to deal with, but they didn't see the opportunity. I train every body part once a week. So I would start Monday with back, Tuesday chest, Wednesday legs, have a day break. Then on Fridays I do shoulders, and on Saturday I do arms, have Sunday breaks. I always make it a family day. And then start over on Monday again. It's like people always say, you know, you have a favorite body part. I cannot really say I like to train everything, because I always say you want to be complete. To be complete and have a nice physique, you have to train everything. And I really like to train everything, you know. There are some body parts that are tougher or harder to train, but I love to train them. You know, the same as right now I'm doing martial arts. At first it was for me because I was just sucking on air, and now it's becoming actually fun, you know, because you see it's, you know, first, you know, that's, I think always people have to overcome the first couple steps. First it's always hard, and then it becomes natural. Flexolate, yeah, Flexolate is a young company. They pretty much started with, hey, you know, Gunther, we have you something you wanted to try. So, and they pretty much gave me something I always looked for. So I have always a hard time bringing up my back, because it's hard to, you know, it's like, you know, connecting your mind to your body, and or your mind to your muscle. And, you know, with the straps, it becomes easy because you take secondary body parts out. So, and I always was strong with forearms and biceps, and I had, like, you know, look at this. Not everybody has it this big. So I use a lot forearm and bicep, and for pulling weight. And I try to, how can I take this out? And not even with other straps, you kind of wrap them around and you have to hold on to the grip tight. And I want to avoid that. So, and they gave me the trick. So I tried this thing and I pulled down the first time. And I remember, I said, oh my God, you have done it. You know, it's like, because it gives you the muscle isolation I needed to improve my back, and it comes automatically because I take the secondary body parts out. Instead of pulling, I push my elbows back, and that gives me a contraction in my whole back. It's with other things, like you can move natural, because everything you hold onto a bar, you're guided with a bar, you're in one line. But naturally, if you would do tricep, just a tricep, you go and would rotate. With the straps, you can do that. Same as with upright rows. So it gives you a lot of variation of exercises where your movement is naturally, and it doesn't hurt your wrist or brings any strain on your wrist. Yeah, that was fun. Hey, they're looking for a big German guy, and I said, oh really? He said, yeah, there's a casting. So I went to the casting and, you know, did my thing, acted there, and they called me back the next day, yeah, we really consider to use you. I said, wow, great, so yeah, you fly out tomorrow. I said, what? They they said too, they said, "Kid, man, you're very natural in front of a camera. We can't believe that you don't have an agent yet." "Oh yeah, you need to get an agent. Man, you could do some, action movies and stuff. And first of all, you're good, you're natural." And they actually were the ones who kind of, got me even pushing more for, because they said, hey, they said, if we would have known you would be that good, we would have given you more lines. So they would have given me a bigger part. And they said, "You're on top of the board now. Each time they need a big guy for a movie, they want to give me a call." My goals? My goals is, being a role model to a lot of people. And first of all, also, I always wanted to, be in the movie industry, and I'm pushing for it, and now I hope I can get there where I got in bodybuilding. In bodybuilding, for me, of course, everything is about winning, but to me also bodybuilding was about on stage and the fans admire you for who you are and what you do. I always wanted to be a hero. I wanted to go and be a star and be a superhero. Don't look at the negative, look at the positive, because if you look at the negative, you start attracting it. You want to look at the positive, you want to attract the positive. And I think life is too short to be always miserable and look at the negative, because the days are short, and you know what, don't waste your time. You need to keep running.
I'm sure Beer Fest will be the first of many. All right, we have a special nutrition tip for you. For those of you getting ready to hit the stage, this one deals in contest prep and counting calories. So check out Pete and Marissa sharing how they do it.
Welcome to the Fit Show. Hey everybody, welcome to the Nutrition Tip. My name is Pete Ciccone.
And I'm Marisa de Guzman.
And we're competitive athletes. We're here today to talk to you about pre-contest nutrition. We found that consistency, preparation, and organization will lead to a successful outcome in terms of your nutritional plan. So let's see what we've got for preparation. Now, lucky for me,
I do the preparation and the organization, and he does all the consistently eating.
And that's the best
Today's
part of
his high carb day, so as you can tell, he has rice cakes.
My rice cakes on my high carb day. On my low carb day, I don't get to bring
What else
these
do you have
along.
there, sweetie?
I have, this is a combination meal. I have rice and grilled chicken you made for me. And I have this, and I also have
What else do you have?
another rice and
Same thing.
grilled chicken. And I guess that's the consistency. And I eat 8 times a day. My breakfast will vary just a little bit, but pretty much it's protein and then controlled amounts of carbohydrates each meal.
I almost have the same thing like him, because I do all their preparation. I just have a smaller container, so at least I can tell which one is his and which one's mine. I have some rice in here, and I have turkey and eggs with 1 yolk.
Eggs?
Yeah.
I didn't put eggs in mine.
You don't need eggs. You don't need eggs.
And typically what we do in terms of consistency and preparation is she'll prepare the meals ahead of time. I have a prescribed amount of protein. She'll have slightly less based on her body weight, but we eat the same thing basically all the time.
Consistency.
It's what we do, but it's a way of life, and in order to achieve the desired outcome, you need to be prepared, stick to your plan, be organized, and be consistent.
Makes it easy. I'm doing about 600 calorie cardio right now. The reason we go for calories instead of most people go for time is because, let's just say you're tired one day and your cardio, you're supposed to do 45 minutes of cardio. 45 minutes of walking versus the 45 minutes of running. It's 2 different things. So,
and truly, in our nutritional plan especially, the key is consistency.
So
in this case, consistency of calories.
Burning that 600 calories every day. It doesn't matter if it takes me 2 hours or 45 minutes. It just depends on my energy level, but I have to burn at 600 calorie cardio a day.
And just to recap, there are 3 components to any successful nutritional plan.
Which is preparation, consistency, and organization.
And that's your nutritional tip for the day. We'll see you next time here on The Fit Show.
Thanks, guys. Now you're only seconds away from the posing routine of the week with Ronnie Rockel at the 2007 Colorado Pro Show. Well, time's up. Here we go. The one question we always get is what supplements the big guys take. Well, Pete's got your answer for you right here.
I'm Pete Ciccone, and here's a quick tip for you. This is what I take. Pre-workout, I use an NO product. Currently, I'm using NO Shotgun, and I mix that with Stamina 2, a citrulline product. Good for pump, good for anti-fatigue. There's also branch chains in this product here as an anti-catabolic. During and post-workout, I like to use Cell Drive. Cell Drive has carbohydrates to fuel your muscles, helps with your training, especially when your carbs are low. For pre-workout and during, if you're in the mood to take one blended product instead of these 2, combined with the creatine of the Cell Drive, you can use something Mansports put together called Body Octane. This is a very powerful anti-fatigue product. Post-workout, you always want to make sure you have increased protein. Part of that involves branch chains and essential amino acids. I currently use Amino Armor to help keep me anabolic post-workout. That's it. Get on it and have a great workout.
All right, that wraps up this episode of the Posedown. We'll be right back here in a couple of weeks with another excellent show for you. But until then, make sure and check out thefitshow.tv and visit our forums page. It's a great way to connect with other fans and everyone at The Fit Show. We love your feedback. I'm Greg Hellberg. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.